Just sprayed setting spray, so that's why I look like this. But I wanted to know if anyone else feels some of these things that I wanted to talk about. Over the last few years, after ending like a couple of relationships, like friendships and whatever, I've noticed that I sort of built some sense of resentment towards people that were in my past. Mostly because I've always just been such a genuine, sweet, kind, gave my all type of person, whereas I felt like in a lot of relationships I've never received even a tenth of that. And I actually was watching an Anila Sita video, and she basically said that stems from like you kind of not doing it out of genuity rather than just doing it because you want that reciprocated back to you. But if it was out of like genuine feeling and emotion, you wouldn't feel a sense of resentment. Where I do believe parts of that is true, I also believe that relationships are like an equal part, and I try to like mirror the person that like I'm in a friendship with or whatever. But a lot of the times I just feel like none of that is ever mirrored, and people just like will just use and just spit me out. And I don't want to get emotional about it, which is why I like do my makeup and stuff. But I just feel a sense of like kind of bitterness when I see people that I was so just 100% gave it all of my all to, just like dispose of the relationship as if it was meaningless. And I've of course like prayed about this kind of stuff, being Muslim and stuff. I think the gateway to a lot of things in life is just prayer, and I do neglect that. I'm not consistent with it, and I'm working on building back my consistency and discipline with my prayers. But I just felt just this strong sense of just like disturbedness with certain people. I'll like go on some people's like social media accounts and I'll just see like how they like just say the most like backhanded things of someone that they just aren't. You guys know what I mean? Like, you know, someone can be like super famous and you know them personally, you know they're like an absolutely shitty person. I have experienced that so many times where like people put on this front of who they are, and in reality they're just not nice at all. I don't know, I just felt just a very intense feeling of just like unhappiness. And I think also I kind of neglect myself by keeping my brain in these headspaces. It's like, why do I care? And the reason why I care is because a lot of these people like to come back from my past to like apologize to me or rekindle something or do something for their own consciousness rather than something for the genuine feel of it. I don't know. And I know it's not Islamic of me to like question someone's genuity if they're apologizing to me. But again, I'm only human, and like I just feel things. You know what I mean? I don't know. I've gotten a lot of apologies in the last few years, and it's just so hard for me to like just forgive and move on, because I'd much rather just like pretend you just don't exist and we never have to have that apology conversation. Like, girl, we can meet on the day of judgment, you know? I don't know. I just much rather just like not necessarily have bad blood with someone, but in my mind, I've moved on from it, and I could peacefully like, if I ever see you on the street, it'll be like a peaceful type of exchange. But the fact that so many people want to reopen up communication with me just to apologize to me and like keep it moving, it just doesn't make me feel solid. It just makes me again feel like used up in a sense. Like, you're just apologizing to me because of like your own consciousness. And again, it may not be right for me to say that because like I don't know if it's genuine or not, because to me it could feel disingenuous, but to them it could be the most genuine, you know, way of them expressing how they feel. I don't know. I'm just irritated.